Hello and welcome to this new episode of Cooking with Sean and Jean.
Episode 7.
8 and 9. It's a double episode.
Double. Bang for your buck.
It's a double episode because today we're not going to present to you only one salad. We are going to present a French salad and an Australian salad. Mine is the Salade Niçoise from the city of Nice, France.
And mine is the Mr. Chang salad from Mr. Chang's in Australia.
What is Mr. Chang's?
Mr. Chang's is actually, I think it's actually a label, and they've created a custom salad using their products. I couldn't find Mr. Chang's products in Paris, so I just bought the similar ingredients, and I'm going to show you a slight variation of my all-time favorite salad.
You just said that about
literally the greatest salad in the world.
So let's start with the ingredients. For my recipe you will need a mix of salads, a mix of tomatoes, parsley, any kind of onions you have, red pepper or yellow pepper, radish, canned tuna, preserved olives, and you need 1 egg per person.
For my recipe you'll need 1 Chinese cabbage, 6 spring onions, a handful of cashew, almonds or peanuts, and a packet of fried egg noodles. For the traditional recipe, you need a packet of Mr. Chang's fried noodles, but I couldn't find any in the supermarket, so I bought an ordinary packet of egg noodles that I'm going to teach you how to fry up. Cut the cabbage in half and remove the thick white core section from the center. Slice the cabbage to roughly 1 centimeter slices. With the spring onion, remove the outer layer, and we're going to use the green part of the stem, roughly chopped, much like the cabbage. Roughly chop the cashews or the peanuts, and then add them to the salad. Now, I couldn't find any pre-fried noodles, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to fry these up. Heat some canola oil in a large saucepan, and take your egg noodles and break them into the oil. And once they're brown, take them out of the oil and sit them into a pan where they can drip dry. Once they've cooled, add the fried noodles to the salad.
We will start with the tomatoes. First remove the stems, cut them in quarters. Make sure to remove all the water and seeds because you don't want this to soak your salad. If the tomatoes are ripe enough, you can remove the skin easily. If they're not, remember what we did for the ratatouille and see that episode. What is funny when you look into the history of the salade niçoise is that the tomato that you would think is paramount for the salad was not in the origin that obvious, because tomato plants were more an ornament. At that time you would find potatoes, green beans, pepper, olive, and obviously something like, I don't know, anchovies for instance. For the spring onions, start with taking off all the small roots, put it into, and then maybe into again, or you could just chop it like this. Now for the radish, it's pretty much the same, just cut the small roots, then the green parts, and cut them in 4. You could just cut them in slices, especially when you have such nice colors. Now capsicums. So given that we're gonna keep the skin here, make sure to cut it in very thin slices. Just make sure in the end not to have any seed or white part into your salad. About the parsley, you should just make sure to remove all the leaves from the stems, and then you are going to chop it coarsely. Now about the dressing, it's not complicated at all. It's just vinegar, oil, and any mustard you like. And for my salad actually, the secret is in the sauce. It involves combining a lot of flavors and serving it as you eat it, not before, or else the salad will go a little soggy. If you want to do a French salad dressing, aka vinaigrette, from vinaigre, vinegar, you have to start with the salt, then you add the vinegar to dissolve the salt, then you add the oil and the mustard in the quantities you like. Usually it's 1/3 of vinegar, 2/3 of oil, and 1 tablespoon of mustard. For the sauce, you're going to need 30 grams of sugar, 30 grams of vinegar, about 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, a tablespoon of sesame oil, and about 30 grams of olive oil. Start with the sugar and dissolve it with the vinegar. So add that into a bowl, then add the soy sauce, your teaspoon of sesame oil, and whisk it all together. Now, the one thing you need to know about how to plate a mixed salad is that you don't combine all the ingredients in the same bowl. That would be too easy. So I'm just plating, starting with the salad in the bottom. Then I will add the pepper, the radish and the onion. Let's drizzle a bit of vinaigrette, just 1 tablespoon already. The tomatoes. Give it a lot of volume, a bit of parsley. Tuna, just big chunks. Add a little more vinaigrette. A few olives. And finish with the egg. There are a lot of different recipes for the salade niçoise. I'm not saying mine is the one, but there is an explanation for practically every ingredient.
This salad is stupid, like stupid easy. All you have to do is cut the cabbage, the spring onions, and the nuts, and then add the fried noodles.
So now, let's talk about the Caesar salad.
We're going to present 2 different options.
The regular one with chicken.
One with vegetable substitute, which is a, what is this exactly? Alternative vegetable to the steak with a base of farine de froment.
Farine de froment.
Which is?
Some kind of wheat. So for this recipe you will need some crunchy, tasteless, shredded salads such as iceberg or romaine, some cherry tomatoes just to give a nice color to the salad. You will also need some croutons made out of bread without the crust, some Parmesan cheese here, and 2 options that are the seitan and the chicken breast. For the salad dressing you will need 1 egg yolk, a tablespoon of mustard and any neutral oil such as canola or sunflower, white vinegar, and 1 anchovy.
So once you have your salad in the bowl, you want to prepare your parmesan by grating it into slices, cut your cherry tomatoes into half, and slice the croutons into small chunks, which Jean is going to fry up for us. At the same time, we're going to poach and then roast the chicken and fry up the seitan.
We are going to poach the chicken into hot water. I'm trying to reach 60 degrees Celsius when I put it into the meat. So at home, if you don't have that kind of equipment, you can still remember that to poach the chicken you need only 8 to 10 minutes at a medium-high temperature. I'm just melting some butter. And when it's hot, add the chicken till it's golden. Once the chicken is brown on the outside, you can let it sit. And now we are going to fry the seitan steak. We don't want to cook the seitan because it's cooked already. We just want to heat it up so it has the same texture as the chicken. Now, let's talk about the dressing. While Sean is crushing 2 anchovies, not too much, okay? I will whisk the egg yolks and the mustard together. If you don't like the anchovies, you could use some
Worcestershire sauce.
That one. When the mustard and the egg yolks are well combined, you can add the oil and keep on whisking. So when you have a nice and firm mayonnaise, because that's what it is, we are going to add 1 teaspoon of white vinegar.
What does the vinegar do?
Well, it gives it more acidity, some tanginess. And now we can add the anchovies.
Poor little guys. And there you have it, a salad that can please any taste.
And these were 3 salads, so there's plenty of things to do this summer.
A massive episode.
You know, this is just our ideas of the salad, so why don't you try your versions and share them on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll be happy to try your versions.
I'm hungry, let's eat.